And we're going up right now to the studio of Altogether Art, which is essentially Jane Runyeon. Hey, hi.
Meet Meadow.
Hello there.
Oh, it's fine. That was all. Okay, before I'm leaving it. Meadow, pull it, be a good girl. Hi.
Hi, Jane.
Hi there.
Hi.
You know Jenny?
I know Jenny.
Yes,
Hi.
yes.
How are you?
Nice
to see you.
And not to mention, our teeth sitting around right. This has been the transformation.
This
We're
is
coming in when it's kind of cleaned up.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
We're
So I missed all the
fancy
fun
now.
stuff.
This is fancy compared to what it was. I can show you, I'm going to show renovation pictures tomorrow night.
So you're saying that this work is
There's work here that was done 20 years ago. The interest hasn't changed at all. I'll always be interested in the Festival of the Night idea. Like these, there's so many pieces from that series, and some of them I just found.
So you got a lot of these in storage that you haven't looked at in years.
That's right. So it's been kind of great. These two are the Columbia River Gorge. I was up there with my dad years ago, and these were the last two of the series that I still had. And obviously, I'm so influenced by the moon, stars, coming back in my work.
I like this sort of scumbled transparency here. I like how you do that. I mean, you really get a idea and a feeling for the paint in there. And for a painter like myself, I just love the physical aspect of paint. And this piece here is a purse, but it's
Portable art.
portable art. Okay. This is a box. Those are actually hinges. That's a cigar box. Am I correct?
You're right about that. No, it's a fabulous fashion item.
Well, it was
actually called It's a Jane.
It's a Jane.
Oh, it's a Jane. How about that?
I like that. Okay.
This piece is called Smoke, which is such an elusive thing to sort of grab onto.
So like you're grabbing the motion of smoke there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. These are all there. There's larger series they all were part of. I mean, I've never changed. I'm always going to be interested in the evolution of the forest. Now I live in the forest, right? But so now I paint about the libraries. But yeah.
It's
But
always.
these are all from. It's funny how this piece I totally forgot about it, and I always fought with it. And it's from that Robert Frost poem, Miles to Walk Before I Sleep. And it really is about that cold wind that comes in January. Yeah. So.
The one up top you're talking about?
Of course. And then this is completely, I'm so influenced by, the form of the tree. This, of course, is the same idea, but a very different season, Midsummer Night Dream. Yeah. So we tried to sort of put the show together in thematic ideas because when you've been painting as long as I have, there are things that become obvious that you really will forever be trying to talk about. This is called Evening in June. But you're starting to see, the library series and things that are happening there that are sort of notations as well.
The notations and the progression of things.
This is my response to the day after 9/11. I think every artist. This is called Festival of the Night. This is actually sort of the grandfather piece of that whole time period when I was painting about fireflies in motion and the celebration of nighttime in the summer.
Pretty good piece. That's like, 4 foot square or something?
Yeah. I'm so quiet today. It's so not like me. I've been working so hard.
It's just you and me, honey.
But we can
you and me in here.
that. Yeah. And I did the series of flags. That's the only one I really have anymore. But Let Freedom Reign.
Well, I remember we spoke about them the last time.
Oh, did we? Oh, good.
I think so. Yeah. There's another one of your purses, of your Janes.
Oh, and look, this is cool. What's great is the secret.
Ah. What are they secret.
My studio before.
The secret.
Wow.
But too finished and beautiful a space.
Right.
But we're going to use this. This is called the Family Series, and it's from '97. And I think I just thought taking the genetic code and the idea of one element from drawing number 1 had to appear in drawing number 2. And I did a series of 40 of them. But I thought, oh no, are these like buttons too? So Meet the Button Family is the theme for this room. And Meadows going to take pictures of people like family portraits. And here, I want to give you one of these. A button. Is that very Dada?
That's very...
Button.
Button. It's a button that says button. Well, I like that. Thank you.
I thought you would like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we'll use this as like sort of a photo gallery.
Cool. That's
yeah,
awesome.
and Meta will take care of that. Meta and Dennis will both be here, clip photography, which will be great. And you know this series, of course, the times I thought of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you tell me just a little bit so that we can tell our viewers a little bit more about what you got going here. Because, I mean, you spoke about this before, but these are...
This is a series... Oh, this group is called Time Pathology. It's like a memo pad. That's the format I use, the structure behind it.
Right.
And I think there's a lot of... it looks like notation, but it also looks like books. It also looks like people walking. And it also is just a minimalist piece that is down... To me, is like sort of the most basic instincts of walking on the water. This one's called North Atlantic. Deals with the North Sea. If you look at it, it's very linear, except for the one line on the bottom that really makes it feel like there's a wave that's coming over it. So there's a calm to this piece, but this one's called Fort Knox, like the gold place where we find all the gold. And they're supposed to have they're elegant pieces and sort of timeless. And then they look like they're woven. They led to the library series. And this piece is really celebrating the binary system, and it really has a lot to do with children and writing and the chalkboard and learning. I remember doing handwriting, just exercises, but also to think it still is amazing to me that the binary system is all we need for putting the computer together. How is that possible? How is that possible? Anyway, those things really inspire me, though.
Yeah.
It's like, that is fascinating, and I like thinking about that when I do this kind of work. And it also does look like knowledge and books on a shelf. Some of my newest work, which I think is so related to computer chips and looking into the windows in the city, looking way up into the skyscrapers. It's also sort of how the computers had us think, the way Photoshop, how you cut things out and put things back in, and how quickly you can change it. And I like having the writing in it because books are about literature, and I like that tension that are you going to read it or are you going to look at it, that it is like a book, and it takes you a long time to kind of get through it. And this one actually has a poem that my brother wrote about a baseball game, Hilltop Ball Field. And it's been really wonderful to have some of his writing incorporated into my work.
Yeah, I like this. It looks like it's a tall piece, so you have it like installed differently because of the space, or?
No, it's meant to be a long vertical.
So what, about 6 foot long?
More like 7.
More like 7? Yeah.
And I like the idea that it takes the whole hallway. It's a little bit more than you can actually sort of get your arms around. I think the scale of it's important. Now, I took that idea and thought, well, could I do the same sort of artwork in a small scale? And I think I can. These are just smaller shelves. This one's called Keep the Ball Rolling. This one's called The Garden. And here, I always like to have fish, because I'm from the button family, but the button fish family. See, this is the solunar tables. If you know, that's basically what fishermen look at to know when the fish are going to be best feeding.
Thank you so much.
18 Catherine, come visit.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That was fun.